Welcome again, my dear students. So we are in the chapter metal and non-metal, and in this video basically we discussed here the topic displacement of hydrogen from acid. As we know that acids, according to Arrhenius concepts, those complexes or compounds are termed as acid which release H plus ion in aqueous media. So all complexes or all compounds which release H plus ion in aqueous media are termed as acid, and H plus, it means one electropositive element. So all metals which are higher reactive than acid can displace hydrogen from acid and form their own salt and release hydrogen gas. So only those metals can react with acid which are higher reactive than hydrogen. For example, one metal which is electropositive element. So all metals are electropositive in nature. When one metal react with one acid, then it form their corresponding metallic salt and release hydrogen gas. Now one example of metal is sodium. Like sodium react with dilute hydrochloric acid. So in dilute hydrochloric acid, H plus is there because HCl when dissolved in water, then it furnish H plus ion. When we dissolve HCl in water, then it furnish H plus ion. And sodium, it means Na plus is more reactive, or sodium is more reactive than hydrogen, so it will displace hydrogen from this acid and form their corresponding salt like sodium chloride and release hydrogen gas here. Now another example like magnesium also react with another acid like sulfuric acid H2SO4 and also release hydrogen gas here with formation of magnesium sulfate. Because these acids are completely ionized in aqueous media and furnish H plus ion. So if we dissolve H2SO4 in water, then it will provide 2H plus and SO4 double minus. So these 2H plus again accept electron from magnesium, and magnesium form Mg double plus, and that Mg double plus and SO4 double minus both together and form MgSO4, and 2H plus accept the electrons of magnesium and form nascent hydrogen atom, and these nascent hydrogen atoms again combined and form hydrogen gas. So this one is also a part of displacement reaction, because in these reactions one higher reactive metal displaces a lower reactive element hydrogen from acid. So all of these are part of displacement reaction. Just if we dip one iron nail into sulfuric acid, dilute sulfuric acid, then it form iron sulfate FeSO4 and also release hydrogen gas here. So all metals जो भी होंगे वो आप अगर एसिड के साथ उनको रिएक्ट कराते हो तो वो अपना ऑन सॉल्ट का फॉर्मेशन करते हैं, हाइड्रोजन गैस. अब यहाँ पे एक क्वेश्चन हो सकता है कि सर विच मेटल विल रिएक्ट फास्टली, बिकॉज इन बोथ ऑफ दिस कंडीशन वी टेक sulfuric acid. So acid is same but the metals are different. One is magnesium, another one is iron. So in case of magnesium the reaction is fast, and in case of iron this reaction is must be slow, because comparison to magnesium iron is less reactive metal. So one less reactive metal will react with acid slowly, but a higher reactive metal will react with acid fastly. In case of sodium it is very high fast reaction, because the reactivity of sodium is again more than that of magnesium. So if we take potassium और अनदर मेटल्स विच आर मोर रिएक्टिव, सो वैसे मेटल्स जिनकी रिएक्टिविटी जितनी ज़्यादा होगी वो एसिड के साथ जब रिएक्ट करेंगे तो वो उतना ही फास्ट सॉल्ट का फॉर्मेशन करेंगे एंड हाइड्रोजन गैस वो रिलीज करेंगे. सो आप अगर ऐसे मेटल्स अगर आप यूज़ कर रहे हो जिनकी रिएक्टिविटी बहुत ज़्यादा है, वैसे केस में वो एक डेंजरस रिएक्शन हो सकता है, मतलब वो एक एक्सप्लोजन की तरह हो सकता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल सीजियम. सीजियम इज one group 1 element which is highly reactive. So if we put one piece of cesium into acid then the reaction is very violent, और वो violent reaction होगा, explosion की तरह burst होगा वो. कारण ये है कि cesium की reactivity ज़्यादा होती है. सीजियम वो ग्रुप 1 का एलिमेंट है आपका, और सीजियम की रिएक्टिविटी कंपैरिजन टू अदर मेटल्स सबसे ज़्यादा होती है। सीजियम बेसिकली सॉलिड फॉर्म में मिलता है बट उसका मेल्टिंग एंड बॉइलिंग पॉइंट बहुत कम होगा, और सीजियम को ऑलवेज एक क्लोज कंटेनर में आप उसको रखते हो क्योंकि उसकी रिएक्टिविटी इतनी ज़्यादा है कि वो नॉर्मल एटमॉस्फेरिक कंडीशन से इतना फास्ट रिएक्शन करेगा कि उसमें भी वो एक्सप्लोजन हो सकता है। तो आप जब भी उसको सीजियम को जो रखा जाता है वो ऑलवेज एक क्लोज कंटेनर में आप उसको रखते हो। इवन आप अगर उस कंटेनर को, ग्लास कंटेनर को आप अगर हाथ में पकड़ते हैं तो वो मेल्ट कर जाता है। इसका कारण ये है कि उसका मेल्टिंग एंड बॉइलिंग पॉइंट बहुत कम होता है, साथ ही साथ उसकी रिएक्टिविटी ज़्यादा होती है। बट हम लोग अभी तक के स्टैंडर्ड में उन सारे मेटल्स के रिएक्शंस को यहाँ पे प्रेडिक्शन नहीं करते हैं। हम लोग सिर्फ सिंपल मेटल्स जो भी हैं इनके रिएक्शंस को आप यहाँ पे डिस्कशन करोगे। सो लाइक जिंक ऑल्सो, दिस वन ऑल्सो रिएक्ट विथ सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड एंड फॉर्म salt of zinc like zinc sulfate and also release hydrogen gas. So in this reaction also H2SO4 at first dissociate and form 2H plus and SO4 double minus, then Zn double plus by losing 2 electrons, and Zn double plus SO4 double minus both combined and form ZnSO4, and these 2H plus accept the electron which are loses by zinc, and that loosened electron accepted by 2H plus ion and form nascent hydrogen atom. These nascent hydrogen atoms combine together and form hydrogen gas, and these hydrogen gas are just escape out from the system in the form of bubbles. Reaction of metal with base, like a metal react with acid, form salt and release hydrogen gas. Because metals are basic in nature, so metals are itself basic in nature and react with one acid, so form their salt and release hydrogen gas. It's a normal reaction. But my topic is reaction of a metal with base. Actually metals do not react with base because metals are itself basic in nature, except two metals which are amphoteric in nature. These are zinc and aluminium. So these are two amphoteric metal. Amphoteric, it means whose nature is acidic as well as basic, or we can say that the amphoteric metals are those whose nature becomes basic in presence of one strong acid, and their nature becomes acidic in the presence of one strong base. So those or such metals are known as amphoteric metals. Amphoteric in Hindi it is called ubhayadharmi. It means which have dual character or dual properties. So these two metals are amphoteric in nature. Amphoteric means ubhayadharmi, means these two metals react with acid as well as base. So already we discussed about how metals react with acid. So one metal which are higher reactive than hydrogen can displace hydrogen gas and form their own salt. But in case of base, only these two metals react with strong base like NaOH or KOH. So these two bases are used for reaction of these two metals. So आप इन दो मेटल का अगर रिएक्शन कराते हैं तो सिर्फ दो ही बेस के साथ ये रिएक्ट करेंगे जो सबसे स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट बेस हैं. These are sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide. So when zinc react with sodium hydroxide, then it form sodium zincate, Na2ZnO2. So Na2ZnO2 and release hydrogen gas here. So one metal react with a base, form their metallic salt and release hydrogen gas. Similarly, aluminium also react with a strong base like sodium hydroxide and form sodium aluminate. So NaAlO2 and release hydrogen gas here. Now these two metals also react with potassium hydroxide, like zinc react with potassium hydroxide, form potassium zincate K2ZnO2 and release hydrogen gas here. Similarly, aluminium also react with potassium hydroxide and form KAlO2, that is potassium aluminate plus release hydrogen gas. So if you think that sir this one is sodium zincate and this one is sodium aluminate, So why we take here 2 atom of sodium, and in case of aluminate it is only 1 atom of sodium. So just look at here, oxygen is with their -2 charge, because atomic number of oxygen is 8 and their electronic configuration is 2 6. It means oxygen will accept 2 electrons from outer sources and convert it into O double minus. So O double minus, and there are 2 atom of oxygen, so it must consist 4 minus. So for balancing these 4 minus, 2 Na have 1 plus charge, so 2 atom of sodium, again 2 plus, and Zn wala 2 plus. So 2 plus, 2 plus, 4 plus, and this one 4 minus. So completely one neutral complex. Now in this case also, 2 atom of oxygen is here. So this one consists 4 minus charge, and aluminum have 3 plus, and sodium had again 1 plus. So 3 plus and 1 plus, it gives 4 plus, and this 4 minus. So it's a completely neutral और without charge, इस पे कोई charge आपका नहीं आता है. So not only these metals, but their oxides also react with acid as well as base. So their oxides also, like if we take just zinc oxide for this reaction, then only at the place hydrogen water is formed. So आप अगर जिंक के जगह जिंक के ऑक्साइड अगर हम यूज करते हैं तो सिर्फ रिएक्शन में क्या होगा, saltage must be prepared here and the water is liberated or water is formed also. So the oxide, if we use oxide of aluminium, so Al2O3, then again react with NaOH and form same salt with water. So the same condition is applicable for again these two. So only these two metals, zinc and aluminium, will react with base, and also their oxides react with base and form neutral salt and hydrogen in case of metal and water in case of metallic oxide. So action of water on non-metal. Generally non-metal do not react with water. All non-metals जो भी हैं आपके non-metals वो water के साथ simply कोई reaction नहीं करते हैं except a few like chlorine and carbon. So these two non-metals can react with water on different conditions and form their complexes. Like chlorine react with water in the presence of sunlight और heat also. So आप सनलाइट भी यहाँ यूज कर सकते हो क्योंकि यहाँ पे रिएक्शन को प्रोसीड करने के लिए फोटोन्स एनर्जी का जरूरत है. तो इस एनर्जी को या तो आप सनलाइट से भी आप ले सकते हो या फिर आप इसको हीट कर सकते हो, दोनों तरीका सही है. सो आप अगर ऐसा करते हैं तो वैसे केस में ये HCl का फॉर्मेशन करता है एंड साथ में ऑक्सीजन गैस फॉर्म होगा. सो this one is one non-metal, chlorine is here non-metal which react with water. Otherwise कोई भी non-metal जितने भी हैं phosphorus like sulfur, तो ये सभी water के साथ simply कोई reaction नहीं करते हैं. दो को हम यहाँ पे exception मान के चल रहा हूँ, एक हमारा chlorine है और दूसरा carbon. So carbon also react with water but not with water, actually this one is steam here. So आप अगर रेड हॉट कोक के ऊपर आप अगर स्टीम को अगर पास करते हो, तो यहाँ पे कंडीशन होता है कि हम लोग कोल को वाटर के साथ नहीं रिएक्ट करा रहे हैं. सो दिस वन इज रेड हॉट कोक एंड इफ वी जस्ट पास स्टीम ओवर रेड हॉट कोक देन इट विल फॉर्म कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड एंड हाइड्रोजन. सो दिस वन इज वन मिक्सचर ऑफ कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड एंड हाइड्रोजन and this one is known as water gas. So आप इसको water gas के भी नाम से जानते हैं and this one is used as a good fuel, but this fuel is not good for domestic purpose because it consists carbon monoxide which is very harmful for human beings. So this water gas is basically used for industrial purpose and so water gas is basically one good fuel for industrial purpose but not for domestic purpose. So this one is one water gas. This mixture is known as water gas here, mixture of carbon monoxide and hydrogen. So this mixture is called water gas and this one is one good fuel. So these two non-metals react with water and form their corresponding stable products. So displacement of one non-metal by another from a salt solution. So already we discussed about displacement reaction, where one higher reactive metal displaces a lower reactive metal from their salt solution. So फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मैं अभी एग्जाम्पल उसका मेटल वाले का, तो अगर मैं देखता हूँ तो हम लोगों ने देखा था कि आप अगर जिंक की अगर हम बात करें एंड कॉपर सल्फेट हियर, सो द रिएक्टिविटी ऑफ जिंक इज मोर देन दैट ऑफ कॉपर एंड बोथ आर मेटल हियर. सो reactivity of zinc is more than that of copper, so zinc will displace copper from their salt and form their own salt and displace copper, and this reaction is known as displacement reaction of metal. So the same pattern followed by non-metals also. So in this reaction, zinc and copper, so here the less reactive metal displaces by a higher reactive metal. So this trend is also followed by non-metals. So non-metals of the same family. So here family, it means a group. We are talking about here group. So in one specific group, one higher reactive non-metal displaces a lower reactive non-metal from their salt solution, and that's one also a part of displacement reaction of non-metal. For example, chlorine is more reactive than bromine, as we know that. So chlorine, if we dissolve chlorine in KBr solution, which is potassium bromide, so the reactivity of bromine is less than that of chlorine. So chlorine will displace bromine from this. So it will form KCl and release bromine gas here. Now the same pattern followed by another complexes also, like chlorine react with sodium iodide. So here the reactivity of chlorine is more than that of iodine. So chlorine will displace iodine from that salt and form their own salt NaCl and liberate iodine. So just iodine is displaced from this salt. So these are example of, these two are example of displacement of non-metal by another non-metal from their salt. So displacement is not only applicable in the case of metal. So metals के लिए सिर्फ ही applicable नहीं होता है, as well as non-metals also do so. So in non-metal also, one higher reactive non-metal displaces a lower reactive non-metal from their salt. So such reactions are known as displacement of non-metal. Uses of metals. So already we discussed about the different physical properties and chemical properties of metal, in which metals are good conductor, malleable, ductile, good conductor of heat and electricity. So on the basis of their characteristics or properties, metals are used in various sectors. For electric wires, as we know that all wires which conduct electricity is made up of copper, because copper is one good conductor of electricity and it conducts electricity more. So this one used as electric wires in domestic level. So one question is there, sir, comparison to copper, other metals are also maybe a good conductor of electricity. So yes, maybe, except copper, other metals may be good conductor of electricity, but the copper wire is actually suitable. Their strength is good, their appearance or their availability in our earth is basically good. If we make one wire of gold or silver, then I think it's very costly. Otherwise, silver is a good conductor of electricity, but we will use copper for making copper wires in domestic level. So making tools and machines, we know that metals are very hard, typically hard. So all type of machine, bridge, different type of tools, all of these are made up of metals. The third use of metal is making utensil, because we know that metals are good conductor of heat. So if we heated one side of the metal, then it conduct heat from one side to another side. So we can make utensils from metals easily. Now, magnesium is used in fireworks because magnesium, when burn a piece of magnesium, then it burn with dazzling sign. So, magnesium metal is basically used in fireworks. Now, mercury is one liquid metal and it expands on heating. So, it expands on heating. So, this one is used in different kinds of thermometer. Mercury is used in different type of thermometer because it expands on heating, and this one found in liquid form also. Now, aluminum is one reactive metal, but it is used for packing food items and also packing मेडिसिनल टैबलेट्स. तो इन सभी को पैकिंग करने के लिए आप एल्युमिनियम का यूज़ करते हैं. अदरवाइज एल्युमिनियम इज़ वन reactive metal, so how can we use? So actually aluminum is one highly reactive metal, so it react with oxygen and form a layer of aluminum oxide on their surface, and that aluminum oxide is non-reactive or less reactive. So due to formation of aluminum oxide on the surface of aluminum, it act as a good packaging or good package. So we can use aluminum for packaging food items. It do not react with food or oil or fats present in food. तो जो भी oil और fat food में present होते हैं वो एल्युमिनियम के साथ react नहीं करते हैं. So वो एल्युमिनियम के साथ react करना चाहते हैं, but एल्युमिनियम के surface के ऊपर Al2O3 का formation हो जाता है, and that Al2O3 will do not allow to react with any kind of fat or oils. So it one very safe for packaging food items. Aluminum is basically very safe. So these are different uses of metals depending upon their characteristics.